I would just like to point out that I am over halfway to level 60. Anyway, I've already done this part. So you know what we do when I've already done a part. Um,
I'm out of range.
it's the right gate. I don't remember. Oh, here we go. This is where I belong, right here. And I was held up right here. GM off. Summon. Okay.
Now they've done it. It's like, yeah, it's dungeons, PvP. It's whatever you do. It's doing world quests. You'll still passively generate rewards in case if you're not fully invested in like completing your travel log. That's fine. Your natural gameplay will reward you anyway for giving you for stuff that you're naturally doing. So you're always going to be building up currency regardless.
Yeah, so you don't have to do things that you don't want to do. I think that's the main thing that like WoW has had a problem with for so long.
I might actually hit
is that
60
their
on
focus
stream
was
today.
Always on making you do something you
We'll
didn't
see.
want to do.
At this rate,
Those two
you know,
things were really cool. Utterly shocked that it was
You
a bit of a
never-
bummer
you-
that it was
you
broken
never
the
know.
first few
I
days
could.
and people were like, oh, this is well shit. I mean, it's fine working now. And I'm glad I got to try it out. This is a great piece of kit. In terms of my targets then for World of Warcraft, I am kind of done with what I personally want in
this
terms
guy
of
up.
Project MMO. Project MMO is what we're doing over the next month or so, which is to clear every raid boss in multiple MMOs to see how they're all
It's lit.
diverged and split off to find their own successful path.
That's
That's
a
going to be
cool
Final
idea.
Fantasy 14, where we're currently focused on Savage raiding. We're
Fuck
doing
this guy up,
Guild
too.
Wars 2, where we're going to be doing the raids and the strikes in that game. We've done one strike in that game, and it was phenomenal. And we're going to be doing Destiny 2 with their new expansion coming out, where they took the base MMO formula and spread it around.
One day
But
I'll
in terms
play
of World of
Destiny
Warcraft,
2.
unsurprisingly, I kind of hit my goals extremely quick. Shouldn't be any shock there.
Yeah, just play
because
the game
obviously I had
15.
established friends and family within World of Warcraft, regardless of where I come back. And there's such a long history in this game that finding a team that progressed through the raid was not a difficulty. I'm not going to be going for Mythic Razageth. Not particularly interested in that. And we cleared Heroic. It's fine. That's a lie. Okay, let's be honest. I like the Heroic raid. I think it was really fun. Group of friends. Enjoyed it, blasted it. Didn't take too long, like a couple of hours for us. Except Razageth. I really did not like Razageth at all.
It's too fucking hard.
pretty sure I need to go in here
Like, that's all there is to it. It's too fucking hard.
for
And it doesn't give you really good rewards.
this quest.
Like, you just get 411 gear. Is it easier to do Razageth or do Mythic 15s? I would say easily, it's much easier to do Mythic 15s. So why would anybody go and do Razageth? Get good? No, the problem isn't me getting good, it's everybody else in the group getting good. It's like this is the Mage Tower. Yeah, I can learn not to stand in the beam, but did Vinray learn how to not stand in the beam? No, we fucking didn't. And now we have to res him. And I'm mad.
Well, let me click him
I'm
for some
fine
reason.
with gear overall making progress easier, and I've done several
hard.
videos over the years about how you should be, after you kill a boss, your gear increase should make that boss easier the following week.
Yep.
Your most difficult kill should be the first one, right? That's a pretty
At the end of the raid tier, you should just be able to go in there, slap your dick around, and then the raid's over. That's it.
logical place to
Because
be
you
coming
earned
from. With Razageth, at least what my team found is that
This boss is so fucking easy. I don't know why people can't do this. It's so fucking easy. But compared to all the other bosses, it's way harder, right? It's hard and it's easy. It's easy if you have your monitor on, but nobody has their monitor on. So it's extremely hard. But like with Dathia or with like Kurog, it doesn't really matter.
It was essentially just a gear check. And the fight is either almost impossible at certain points. Like because we got there very, very early with our group setup, and it was very small, and scaling's always a thing. But we're playing with like very, very good players who are all mythic clearing players. And we were like, we just kind of just missed the DPS here, even with everybody sort of min-maxing and pushing and doing whatever.
There it is.
On our first week of getting there. And then the next week, the boss just fell over on, like, the first pull. It was very disappointing. Yeah. Because there's so many just DPS check marks in that. It's like you hit certain things in phase 1.
Well, it's that, it's the absorb shield, right? I mean, I feel like the absorb
shield
is
somebody already loot it? No.
In phase 3.
Which bypasses a ton of extra damage. You can survive, but like
that means it could actually be anywhere in here.
There. And then the platforms, if you're behind on damage, you simply do not clear the platforms in time to get into phase 2. And then if you scrape through by blowing more cooldowns in phase 2 to get to phase in the intermission to get to phase 2, then you've got the storm shield.
Yeah.
And even with like optimizing there, it was just and then it took like 5 or 6 item levels on everybody from another week of Mythic Plus and things like that, and then the boss just died.
Yeah, and it's like also like with Razageth, if every other fight is way easier, then people just simply are not going to do Razageth. Why would they go out of their way to do Razageth if it's way harder and it gives worse rewards? Nobody's gonna do it. That's what happened with the Jailer. It's bad design. Make the fight easier, or make it drop way better gear.
I was a little disappointed in Razageth. Visually, very nice. Mechanically, really liked it, actually. I really thought it was fun.
And like, this actually really goes to show. I remember Method, at the time, best guild in the world. Okay? They got world first
oh, shit.
On old gear, back in BFA. They killed Gahuli like 2 or 3 times, and then they stopped raiding. Because it wasn't worth the effort. We're not going to put in all this effort to kill this shitty fucking boss just to get more, what was it, 385 gear?
I did just draw a fuck ton of aggro off of them, so they might be able to pull it off.
I love tanking, so only Razageth was a bit of a disappointment. I actually didn't mind Broodmother as much as I thought I would. My favorite boss is the Wind boss, though.
I think they got it.
I really enjoyed that, especially as a prop warrior having disruption.
Wrong opinion, by the way. Massively wrong opinion. I've never heard an opinion this wrong before in my life. However, what he's about to say is very true. Let's let him say it.
I would. My favorite boss is the Wind boss, though. I really enjoyed that, especially as a prop warrior having disrupting shout. I could gather all the ads really nicely. I could bypass mechanics and stuff like that. It was really...
A prop warrior can solo tank the boss because the boss's debuff only stacks up to 5, and you'll have charge or heroic leap up for every single one if you're talented into double time.
Fun. Very much enjoyed that. Well, in terms of my personal goals, in terms of Project M,
the reason why I don't like this fight, by the way, is entirely the color scheme. I hate how
he's actually gonna survive that.
Circles here that have the same animation border as the effects on the ground. I think this is horrible design, and I don't think there's any reason that it should exist. I understand for immersion's purposes, but
I hate the fact that I took all that aggro. But if I did not do what I did, they probably wouldn't have survived, so.
I think that gameplay and game design, like, that is the pinnacle above everything else.
Well, I will say, we've not stopped playing World
yeah,
of Warcraft.
That's why I don't like
somebody's going to come out and
the mechanics are totally fine.
No, but in terms of our personal goals, we're kind of done there. That's great. We've achieved what we wanted to achieve, and I'm more than happy to go hard again next season, because I'm not unhappy with Dragonflight. I'll be logging in on a regular basis, do some M+, get my vaults, just steadily work up that way. But in terms of my personal day-to-day goals, I'm good. I'm really good. And I think that is a positive thing.
Yes.
It's exactly what I hoped Blizzard would leave, the taste it would leave in my mouth.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's why a lot of people are, even if people aren't playing Dragonflight, they feel better about the game because they were able to stop playing the game and not feel like they were, you know, they were losing out on valuable 0.27% DPS increases.
Is that I'm really happy. I have no bad feelings. I've done what I wanted to do, and now I could just sort of maintain. I can spin the wheels for the next season of content. Yeah. And that's cool. And the new season of content looks really good. It looks so fun. We know there's new raids coming. There's revamps coming to classes, and that might give me the opportunity to level those classes and have a play with them because they're changing Paladin, they're changing Druid. All those kind of things are really exciting for me. And that's where I stand right now.
The Rep Paladin changes look really, really, really good, by the way.
Now I know some people are going to go, oh, so you quit? No, not at all. It's just in terms of our YouTube content and personal focus goals. World of Warcraft is one of the easiest for me to complete because we already had access to all these resources while we were there.
Oh yeah.
But I'm really happy with Dragonflight. Like super happy with Dragonflight. There's nothing. The only bad thing. Let's break it down. The only thing I do not like right now is the sheer amount of Mythic Plus needed to get like upgrades.
10 Mythic plus 16s in order to get one 418 item. I think 5 would be better. I don't think 10 is awful. I really don't. I don't think it's awful because it's a guarantee at 16 and above. But yeah, like, I mean, I don't, it's bad on alts. That's very true. And having to do this on multiple characters.
Oh, I went to the wrong door.
I think that, again, like, having to do arbitrary farms on multiple characters should be minimized as much as possible. I have a very unpopular hot take that I would not mind if all gear was tradable per account. Instead of gear being soul-bound, it was account-bound. Gear being account-bound in Diablo 3 allowed me to go and maybe play like a Crusader instead of a Barbarian. It allowed me to play a Witch Doctor instead of a Wizard. And I enjoyed the game more because of that. I would enjoy, like, ultimately, I only look at it from this perspective. Would this make me play the game more and enjoy it more? The answer is yes. Absolutely. Oh, but people will be able to raid on 3K. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I would like that more. I'd be able to play the game more. I don't care.
It's a little too much. And if you miss a week because you're focused on something else and you don't have time to do like 10 Mythic Pluses in a week or whatever, and another Spark comes out, it's like another 10 to get an upgrade. And the only other alternative I know of is to go Mythic raiding. And that will give you both. Now, I get it. It's very high-level gear. It still just feels like too much.
It's a waste of time.
And it feels a little overwhelming. And that's the real thing that I'm not happy with, is because I really like the crafting system. I have made friends. I've negotiated prices. It feels like a community. And I know there's cartels and stuff going on. And we might be doing a little project on that, the cartels. Our team is kind of looking into the cartel thing that's going on. To be done, is because we're certainly not stopping any WoW YouTube content for now. And looking into that. But personally, I've not run into that issue. I've whispered people. I've had a little conversation with them. And back and forth, we've negotiated a reasonable price. I've turned people down because they're too expensive. I'm like, that's too much, too rich for my blood. Got really good friends with rerolls, and then both...
It's hard for me really to say, like, kind of what my experience is with crafting, because it's so much contextualized around being a streamer. But the system seems like it. Most people that I trust their opinion, people like Preach, and Preach is also a streamer, so his his experience is going to be a little bit different. But yeah, I bet you have mad benefits, bro.
I tell you something, this is good.
Like high-fiving once we nailed it and got the right piece of gear. All that stuff has been great. A lot of people really cool. It's just getting the resource.
I'm just trying to survive here so I can get XP at this point.
10 is a lot. Right, you're looking at 20 to 30 minutes a run. That's a lot of time commitment, but I understand. Of course, I will say this. I understand it's supposed to be a long-term progression path.
Yeah.
But you have these sparks coming in, just sat there, and you're like, I kind of want to do that. Kind of want to have that. Kind of want to make it.
I'm in that position right now, but the truth is, I'm not really farming.
Apparently,
like,
I'm
not
bug.
farming that hard. I'm not trying that hard. I think that what would make it a lot better is if you had a more casual option. So, like, for example, but let's see, can we do a triangle here? Okay. All right. Yeah. We'll do one like this, right? And so it would be really nice if, like, right now, because like we have primal, and this is concentrated. I was about to. Okay. CENTRATED primal. Okay, right. It would be nice if we had another one that we could put into Prime.
I can't cast while I'm rooted.
So it's
Since
like you
when?
could do like, yeah, I'm not, yeah, we're not acronyming that one. But anyway, like you could do like 10 of those. You could get them for like world quests or something like that, and that would build up into.
Why are they all
Primal
attacking me?
Infusion, and then you could put 10 primal infusions together to make concentrate primal infusion.
Where's my tank? There he is.
So like you could at least progress a little bit without having to do the high-end content. Because like I don't think it's a big deal. By the way, I really don't think it's a big deal that like a casual player gets a 418 piece of gear. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Because like I'm fully stacked with 421s. And if I want a mythic raid, I'll have 424s.
Hey, if anybody needs an off-tank mage, let me know. I'll hook you up.
In classic WoW, because you're casual, yeah, well, most people are casual, so they should do what I want. So anyway, like in classic WoW, if you're a casual player, you get Lionheart Helm. You get, you know, if you raid Molten Core, you get the fucking Onslaught Girdle. You can have Thunderfear. You don't have to raid Nax. And you'll still have a few pieces of gear that are really, really good. Best in slot, even.
It works. So I think that's, and it's not even a bitter taste. It's just, it feels a little too much. It feels a little daunting. And a pressure on myself is, guess what I would say is I feel a pressure on myself to be like, oh, I think at this point, I need to do like 25 mythic pluses.
I think it also kind of feels shitty because people probably are assuming that like next patch, we're just going to have to do like 10 more, you know?
To get a couple of upgrades. I'm like,
Well, armor's pretty good, huh?
That's a lot. And if I really want those upgrades without having to, you know, get into an organized mythic raid situation, that's kind of, especially as it's not actually up to mythic raid quality. You know, it's close, it's good, but it's not quite.
Not that good.
I'm like, nah. I'll do it slow and steady. That's my plan. I'll lead it up. I'll take the approach that I advise for you guys. We'll do it over the course of leading to the next season,
right.
To get ourselves ready. But more than happy with Dragonfly. I've had a really good time. I have. I'm not chilling on WoW because I'm unhappy, and that's a really cool place to be.
Isn't that crazy?
All right. Well, thank you very much for listening. See you again.
When was the last time Preach made a World of Warcraft video where he smiled?
This thing is fucking genius. You don't want me to swear, do you? I know what you're thinking. It's like, swore in the first start.
Isn't that crazy? Like, he's actually smiling in a World of Warcraft video? That's nuts. Can't believe it. Yeah, centuries ago. Yeah. Back in the Dark Ages. Holy fuck, man. Dragonfly is smiling. Pretty much, yeah. I mean, I feel like most people have been very happy about Dragonfly. Or at least most of the people I've talked to. I could be wrong about it, but overall, I think it's great. I'm happy. I totally agree with everything he's saying. It would be nice if they could... I just, like, this is the way I feel. Is I think that farming out 20 plus 16 dungeons to get your gear the first time is totally acceptable. Totally fine. There's nothing wrong with it. However... doing it twice sucks. It's the same thing I've said with a lot of things. Farming something once is fine. Farming it twice is bad. That's it. I did 56 times. Yeah, that's a bad time. That's it, man. Reps should be account-wide. Yes, I think almost every single thing should be account-wide. First, the Tataru video. Oh, my. I don't know what that is. Yeah, farming it twice is shit. Exactly. So that's what needs to be fixed. Feels great knowing I can feel done without feeling like I'm behind. I still feel a little bit behind right now. I've been on that too much Mythic Plus since Shadowlands Vault was previewed, even after they reduced it. Well, the
Alright, this is probably going to be hard no matter what.
It's just not proportional.
I want to make sure the boss is the priority here, though.
Way easier than doing the Mythic Raid. It just is. So why would somebody go and do why would somebody go and want to do a Mythic Raid? It's like, for whatever point that you're at, unless you are clearing Mythic Razia, for whatever point that you're at, the odds are that the effort required to get the equivalent reward in Mythic Plus is easier.
Here, I'll pick off these scrub lords here.
Also,
Oh, they all got bone armor on, so I have to target the boss.
why not be able to send them pure alts? So recently you've been for mega servers. I remember asking about an Allcraft a while ago. So what made you change your opinion? I've been for mega servers. And
Easily.
When did I say that I didn't want mega servers?
No question.
I think that everybody should be on the same server. There is no value and no improvement to a player's experience with being segmented away from like one person, his or other groups of people is creating. Yeah, so one guy, well, yeah, there was one guy in chat asked a question and I responded to it. That's the way it works. Like, I take questions from chat and then I read them and I respond to them.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah,
legend. That's new to me,
most
man.
questions are
Since
one
when do
guy.
people do that?
Yeah. Anyway, what about GTA Online having bad player lobbies? I mean, maybe, I don't know. I'm sure there's definitely little ways they could improve it. But yeah, Dragonflight is good. I played it pretty good amount. I probably played Shadowlands more and I enjoyed it less. So you can take that for what it is.
I bet you guys can fight this without me, cause
I have not logged into WoW for quite a while. So there's my character. You guys might have forgotten who that is. What game is this? It's like some fucking dead game from like last fucking decade. It's some dead game nobody plays. This game can almost rank in the USA. I don't know. I had plenty of games.
I like being fat in a
growing up
robe.
here in
I can see why
Texas,
fat people do it now.
This game would have been drinking for the last 10 years.
There's just nothing restricting your
If you
obesity
grew
when
up
you're
where I
fat
did.
in a robe.
So, all right, we in the game. We really out here, boys. I fucking bought it. It's done. I am fucking capped. I capped out. I got it done. Let's see here. So I bought this and I bought this fucking cloak because this cloak matches the cloak that was from that cloak is the same cloak as the Nighthold Death Knight
There it
tier
is.
set, on Mythic, and there was no other way
That's
to
what I
get a
was
cloak
looking
like
for.
that. Now obviously there were other really nice cloaks that could match that set anyway, however now we have this one too. So yeah, there we go. And you hit max level in Dragonflight. I mean, the game is I mean, I want them to come up with a new season of Mastery. I want them to come up with a new season of Mastery. I feel like there's just too many, like there's just so many of these mounts, like what the fuck? These things, like if I went and I farmed all these out, it probably wouldn't be that hard to do. It's just that it's bloated, yeah, it's just very bloated. And like you go and you do like a raid and there's like fucking so many things you have to know.
Oh, I'm silenced?
There's like,
What the F?
they're so hard, they're not fun. One person makes a mistake, you waste like 10 minutes. Then you finally kill the boss and you get something worse than you got from just doing a Mythic 20, which is way fucking easier. I mean, raids they're not even rewarding. And like PvP, like I queue into PvP, I want to do PvP. And it's like I go into combat with somebody and they've got 15 buffs. What the fuck is going, like you have to play this game all the time. And I know what 13 of them are. But the 2 that I don't know kill me. I mean, there it is. It's just, it's too complicated, man. Like, the game is, and I don't know if this is a boomer take or not, but I think the game is way too complicated, way too fast, way too over-designed, and it's just not super enjoyable to play. And you look at the 3 main things that a video game has going for it, right? Or WoW has going for it. You have raiding, Mythic Plus, and PvP.
You know, Asmongold was right. The most right Asmongold ever was in his life was when he said that Vanilla WoW was basically an accident. And I felt, actually this is true about Halo 2, I felt the same way about Halo 2. I felt the same way about Halo's popularity in general. It's all because of a fucking button glitch. Or not really even a button glitch, but an unfinished game. It had so much charm.
PvP is, I guess it's okay. It's okay, I guess. But for the most part, I mean, like, I'm trying to think, like, it's just it's too complex, there's too much going on. It's
I'm about to
too
send
hard
my
to
tank
keep
right
up
in the
with.
middle of this.
Even people that play the game have no idea what's happening. This has been an issue ever since Mists of Pandaria, and it's just gotten worse because the player base has gotten smaller, so the amount of people that still care is just dwindled. You look at raiding, and raiding in
Oh, I
every
didn't even
single
see them
other
right
game
around the
is
corner
more
there.
fun. Like, for example, it's more fun to raid in Final Fantasy because you have less points of failure because you have less people to play with.
Everybody coming after me?
There's also less time wasted
Yep.
between failures, and it's a focus on
You gotta
getting
hold 'em.
better
I
rather
can't.
than punishing players for being worse. It's just not fun. Then on top of that, you have the fucking Mythic Plus. It's not fun. It's not fun to fight a boss that has 7 mechanics while there are 2 affixes going on. It's not fun. It's too much. Like, straight up, and I don't know what to say. Like, maybe I'm totally off base with this, and I'm just getting old, and I'm slow, and I'm lazy, and I'm bad at the game.
Oh, now he
But
decides to rush over and
you
help
look
me.
at a lot of the people that are doing like fucking hardcore classic WoW. I mean, these are people like Zaryu, like Zico, like Teo, right? Teo was Gladiator. Like, these are not bad players. These are some of the best players, and they're not playing this shit either. I think there's a reason for that. Yeah, soda poppin'. Yeah, multi-rank 1 Gladiator. Very unfriendly for beginners. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it just makes me sad. It does. It's for viewership? Yeah, but think about it like this. Why is the viewership there? You're right. People are playing classic WoW hardcore for viewership. And if everybody's viewer count went down into the triple digits, or like it was like a third of what they usually got, they probably wouldn't be playing it. You're totally right. However, why does the viewer count go up when you play classic hardcore? That's the real question you want to ask. And yes, of course it's because of high stakes. Absolutely. However, I think the popularity has grown over time, and the stakes have stayed the same. So what's changed? It's because more and more people are moving away from the retail version of the game because there's too much going on. The story is weird. Every character in the story is like girly. World of Warcraft used to be about big, hairy, sweaty men beating up other big, hairy, sweaty men. That's what it was. Arthas is a younger guy, but he's still a big, hairy, sweaty man. Uther, an older, big, hairy, sweaty man. And yes, you also had really hot Victoria's Secret model elves in chainmail bikinis that are, you know...
Are we gonna res me?
You know, they're decorating the story as well. However, it's mainly about the big, hairy, sweaty men. Wasn't Shaman Orc bald? Yep. Thrall. Well, Thrall wasn't bald, but he had a receding hairline, and he was a big, hairy, sweaty man. And you know who one of his best friends was? Another big, hairy, sweaty man that was a cow with horns. And they went and they beat the shit out of everybody. And they said, "Do you want to come join our fucking gym?" And they said, "Yes. We're gonna call it the fucking Horde." And then he formed a city, and he named it after his father. Or no, he named Duratar after his father. Orgrimmar was named after Orgrim Doomhammer. And you know who Orgrim Doomhammer was? A big, hairy, sweaty man. And you know why he would go over and kill people? Because he wanted to. That's why. Because he was a fucking orc. And that's what orcs do. That's right. And you know what? It was good. It was really good. And you go over and you go to Stranglethorn Vale. And Hemet Nestingwary is like, "Hey, I want you to kill 10 cats. Why? Because it'll be fun." Okay, cool. Meanwhile, Dragonflight, the guy's too fucking old to walk around. And now he's reflecting on the world. He's some kind of a fucking vegan. And he's like, "Oh, we need to kill this animal because it's getting too old. Like, this is some kind of fucking environmentalism. No, man, let's kill him because it's fun. What the fuck happened? Game's pussyfied. It is. And in classic WoW, you know, like, there's some pirates over there. Why don't you kill them? Why are you gonna kill them? Well, what the fuck are they doing over there? You know, that's it. and there's some
Oh,
simplicity
shit.
to that, man. It is. And so, yeah, I mean, Van Cleef wants more money. Yeah, Van Cleef, bro. Like, what's this shit with Van Cleef? What's he trying to get more money for? Go kill his ass. Get him the fuck out of here. What the hell are you doing? What the hell are you doing trying to get more money? So right about this, yeah, atmosphere is so on. Yeah, it's like the atmosphere is like not there. Like it's just not. Like, I mean, the characters in the game are okay, but they're just not. They're not the vibe the game used to have. They're just not. And I know this is probably like a super politically incorrect opinion, but as a person who's played these games ever since Warcraft 2, I'm not sorry. And I am totally right. And there are a million other 30-something and 40-something men that feel exactly the same way that I do. And also, here's the thing, is like you have girly boys in Honkai Star Rail, but you also have a fox girl who's really hot. Now we have Alex Straza, and she is pretty hot, but that's it. They could have made Ysera way hotter.
Oh.
Yeah, they
I was like, what the fuck?
in the game way hotter. And if they had,
I wouldn't have attacked him if I realized what was happening.
You want a fox boy? No, I want a fox girl. Tyrande is still hot? Yes, exactly. Well, we have Tyrande. That's good. Yeah, you're right about that. We do have Tyrande. Do you think nostalgia plays a part in us preferring classic? Does nostalgia? Absolutely. Absolutely. It is a huge factor. Most of the people that are playing Classic WoW are people that played Classic WoW. Absolutely. But there is an inherent... I was talking with Wake about this for like an hour yesterday. And he and I both agree that Classic World of Warcraft, the leveling experience and the experience in the game was something that no other game has really been able to do. It was something genuinely special. I don't know what the hell happened. I don't. That's just nostalgia talking? I don't think so. I actually don't think so. I think that there is a genuine truth that in Classic WoW, it is the only part of the game, or it's the only game that, like right now, for example, like, I mean, the real content in, like in Final Fantasy, it's the story, so it's like kind of like an in-between, right? But like there's no
I don't think I need to go that way. It's back to where I
came.
came.
Get to max level as far as I know, except for just doing the trials. Like that's about it. There's not a lot really going on. It's not hard, what I mean. There's no challenging content. Whereas like in Classic WoW, the game is hard. Leveling in the game is hard. And because it's hard to level, and because leveling takes so long, people try harder to get gear while they're leveling up, because it matters more. Never played original Classic, and I prefer it so it's not only nostalgia? Yeah, there you go. Especially in hardcore. I think the hardcore rules are contrived. I do. I know there's going to be people that don't like that. I think they're contrived. I think not being able to use the auction house, and I understand why they exist.
Come on.
They exist so people cannot
Round them up.
weaken the experience.
Where are you?
from
Round them
buying
up.
items and getting resources from people that are not participating in the challenge. I understand it, and it is necessary. However, can we all agree that the game would be a lot better if it was just a server and you could only play hardcore and you could use all the features in the game?
Oh, I'm sorry.
And that was it. Does Harrison Mills? I do. Also, I want to say that people complained about dungeon leveling. I hope in the hardcore servers. I've thought about this a lot because this has been a very contentious issue. This is my best solution. I'm curious to hear what other people's perspective is. I think what they
Healer's
should
still
do
alive.
is they should rebalance quest experience and dungeon
This is
kill
gonna be iffy.
experience to where the quests inside of the dungeons and completing them reward 3x experience, and actually killing the mobs rewards 1/5 of what it used to. That way you can only do the dungeon once effectively, but you can still go back and do them regularly if you want to. Like, if you really want a dungeon grind, you can, but it is not just the de facto most optimized thing. And also, another reason why
Yeah,
you
they're
should do
fucking dead.
this is that it would make it to where people want to do the dungeons. People have been spamming me about Zaryu getting his fucking tank killed in LBRS since yesterday. He didn't get his tank killed in Burning Steps. He didn't get his tank killed in fucking Blasted Lands. He got his tank killed in Lower Blackrock Spire. Wait, was it Ozzy? Was it... wait, is it... It's not that Ozzy, is it? There's no way it was that Ozzy. Bro, if it was actually him, I don't even know what to say. To be fair, I missed the jump. Okay, well, anyway, I'll look at it in a bit. Well, anyway, you want people... In my opinion, in Classic WoW, there should be a sliding scale between risk and reward. And the people that take the most risks should get the most rewards. And I think also they should level faster. Because it's riskier, it's more interesting, and it's more rewarding. That's just the way it goes. So what I think they should do is, if they make Classic WoW hardcore servers, rebalance quest experience for all dungeon-based quests to be massively higher. Like, tremendously higher. Way fucking higher. But the mob experience is way lower. It's like nothing, almost. So you're really doing it to complete the quests. That encourages people to go out in the world and find the quests. It encourages people to go into the dungeons and take a risk by doing the dungeons. And it also gets people to not farm the dungeons constantly and just completely ignore the entire experience by living the entire game inside of an instance. I think this solves every single problem. Can't redo dungeon with same group? Yeah, but that's stupid. That's a stupid rule. What if you want to redo it so your friend can get an item that didn't drop? That's just stupid. Is that what Final Fantasy does with dungeon, by the way, and it's great? Well, I'd have to look and see for myself with Final Fantasy's dungeons. I'm not even sure. Yeah,
I'm going in the wrong
I
fucking
might
door
try it out.
again.
We'll have to wait and see. No experience, repeat runs, only gear. No, I think you should get some experience. You should just get way less.
Which is stupid because it's so much
Reason
shorter
why
to go in the
people
right
did
door.
dungeon
It's literally
grinding
across
was
from the
not
graveyard.
because-
I feel, you know what?
Wait, is that treasure? What the fuck?
I don't know how to fucking spell this shit.
Soggy waffle.
I give up.
Well, anyway, what makes hardcore so appealing?
It's different.
The focus on minute-to-minute interaction without the fixation around in-game activities. It gets people to focus on the here and now, and I think
I give
that's
up.
why it's popular. Also, I think another big reason why it's popular is because retail WoW is boring right now. I think you'll see a lot of people play the new retail patch whenever it comes out, and you'll see less people play Classic for a while. And this is a good thing, by the way, for Blizzard, that there's kind of like a there's like people, they'll play retail WoW, and then after they do that, they play Classic, because, you know, from Blizzard's perspective, they're still playing World of Warcraft. So I think it's good. In hardcore, everything matters. Plus 10 HP can save your character. If you suck, it can. Yeah. If you don't suck, you don't put yourself in a position for that to happen. But yeah, never played hardcore. How would you know? Because I played the game for a long time, and it's like, I can see why people like things even if I don't like them. You know, like I like, for example, I can look at a dude, and if a dude is attractive, I can be like, damn, that's a good looking dude. I don't want to fuck him. I'm not gay. But I can appreciate, I could be like, oh yeah, I get that. Right, I can see why. For sure. Really? Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Yeah. It doesn't bother me at all to say that. Well, why would I feel insecure about that? I'm not gay. I'm not into that. So like, why would I feel insecure saying that? Yeah. Doesn't bother me at all. It's more sus whenever guys say, no, they're not attractive. I don't know. It depends on the guy, right? But, yeah, anyway. Point is that, yeah, that's why I think Classic WoW Hardcore is popular. And I think Retail WoW right now is just... It's too over-designed, there's too much in the game, and it needs a cataclysm. It needs a Realm Reborn. It needs a reset. There are just too many things in the game. Also, like in Classic WoW, there is a certain element of
Hey, open this, please.
shared experience. And, like, once a game gets so complex and so fragmented, there's no such thing as...
Oh, he's still alive?
Like, for example...
I'm so
you knew what the
confused.
Staff of Jordan was in Classic WoW. Even if you didn't play... even if you didn't play like a mage, you knew what that was if you were a warrior. So why is that?
Apparently he
Because
came in
it's a
here,
shared experience.
this
Retail
fucking
WoW experiences
defiler,
are way too
and
fragmented.
just
Like, do
said, you
people
know what, I'm a
this
demon
ring
too.
is? Maybe they don't, right? Do they know what, you know, they might know what, this is a pretty popular trinket, right? The Grief Torch. But other than that, most of these other items are just throwaway items that people don't really care about anymore. So yeah, I don't know. That's my point. Sorry, I went off on like a huge tangent about this, but I think that, yeah, like Retail WoW is just kind of dry. Do you think Dragonflight UI update killed people's nostalgia? No, I think it had nothing to do with that. But I do think like changing around, like, I do think there's been like a massive tonal shift in the storytelling of WoW. And it's been in a way that's kind of weird, where like you don't have like it's not as masculine. It's not about like, again, it's not about big hairy men beating up other big hairy men.
Oh shit.
You know, and like, I'll be honest, I wish we could go back to that. That's it, brother. And it's like, if you want to have all these girly characters, you've got to give us...
He's literally just flying around in circles. He's not even doing anything.
Okay, because if you want us to play this game and treat this game like one of those weeb games, you've got to have a Himiko, and she's got to be in the main part of the story. She's got to be there all the time, and like, yeah, you can't just have like one character, Blood and Thunder. Yeah, remember that? Blood and Thunder. That's what they used to say. Uh-huh. Maybe one day I'll go back and I'll play Warcraft 2. Like the original Warcraft 2, and you'll see what I mean.
Oh, I didn't even mean to do that.
Like, even Medivh, like, Khadgar is fucking ripped. Like, it's like Baki or Jojo. Like, every character is absolutely fucking ripped. It doesn't matter if it's just, like, some random, like, you know, librarian. Bro, this guy still lifts all the time. Yeah. It was so good, man. I don't know what to say. I could go on about this for a long time. I think that you guys see kind of what I'm saying.
Genshin Impact is a mind-bogglingly popular open-world action game that took the world by storm when it launched in September 2020. Since then, the game has been played by over 85 million people and earned its creator, MiHoYo, nearly $4 billion in revenue. At first glance, I imagined Genshin Impact was just an anime-styled Breath of the Wild clone with gacha mechanics, but given the game's massive success, I decided to dig a little bit deeper and see what all the fuss was about. In this video, I'll be reviewing Genshin Impact from the perspective of a free-to-play player. This review will familiarize you with the core gameplay systems, leveling and progression, the dreaded gacha mechanics, and most importantly, answer the question, is Genshin Impact actually worth playing? So buckle up, grab some iced coffee, and let's dive into this review of Genshin Impact. What's up everyone? Big Dan here. I make videos about RPGs and action games, so if you want to see more videos like this, be sure to smash like and hit that subscribe button. Without further ado, let's dive right in. Genshin Impact's game world is one that I want to spend time in. It's a welcoming environment filled with bright, colorful landscapes, gorgeous vistas, and complemented with a relaxing soundtrack. I'm not typically into the cartoonish anime art style, but the aesthetics of this game are incredibly appealing. To borrow a phrase from Never Knows Best, whose long-form critique of Genshin Impact prompted me to play the game in the first place, the world of Genshin Impact is idyllic. From the moment I dropped into this world, I had a strong desire to explore every nook, uncover every secret, and of course, loot absolutely everything. And this is good because exploration and gathering are a core part of Genshin's gameplay loop. You increase your character's powers and adventure rank through collecting crafting materials, experience tomes, artifacts, and other useful items hidden throughout the game world. Genshin Impact also does an incredible job of providing you with that sense of spectacle through verticality and awe-inspiring landscapes. It kinda reminds me of Elden Ring in that regard. Climbing mountains in the game not only rewards you with any loot you may discover, but incredible views of scenic vistas as well. I remember scaling up to a floating mountain above the clouds and just pausing for a few moments to take in the breathtaking views. The climbing itself is engaging because of the stamina system, which forces the player to plan their routes carefully. Because if you run out of stamina, you just plummet to your death. Once you reach the top, don't worry about climbing down because you also have a wing glider, a la Breath of the Wild. After playing Horizon Forbidden West earlier this year, and Anthem more recently, my experience in Genshin Impact has further solidified my belief that all open-world games should offer some means of aerial traversal. It's just so goddamn fun.
And I want that
After a long
too.
day in the office, it's relaxing to come home, boot up Genshin Impact, and run around the map in search of loot, fun puzzles to complete, and beautiful sights to behold. But the world of Genshin Impact isn't all fun and games. There's also a fair amount of danger posed by monsters, mini-bosses, and roving gangs you'll encounter on the map, which is an excellent segue to talk about the combat
do like
in
a lever
Genshin
or
Impact.
something?
Okay, so this is a bit of a mixed bag for me. There are some parts of Genshin's combat that I really love, and other parts that feel incredibly tedious. So let's start with the positives. The core combat system is rock solid. You have a party of 4 characters, but only one of them can be on the field at a time. You can switch between any...
Hold on a second. I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do here. I forget. Pretty sure I killed all these bosses. In fact, I know I did. Let me just double check here. Make sure we killed all the bosses. I'm gonna kill those because they weren't necessary. Alright. I'm just gonna do this then. Oh, well. They can fight him.
That's to recharge it. That's big.
I remember in a server core I played, you could kill them and they would still emit poison. It was like an AoE and it was constant.
That's to recharge it. That's big.
So many good items, and none of which I can really use. I wonder if we can fight 3 of them at once. We can fight 2 of them at once. It wasn't even close. These guys keep wandering over here. I'm not going to use one of my crits. Okay, there's one. I'm not using it anymore. Come on, right down the middle. Let's go. Perfect. Let's fucking do it. I got no crits. Try again. Ooh, there we go. That's fine. I expected as much. Alright, other side. Actually, you know what? You guys go ahead. I want to drink. Good news is I should only have to reapply these one more time. Alright. Oh, yeah, there he is. The big fucker.
That spit isn't ready yet.
That might actually be better when I'm trying to craft. Did I win them? Where's my inventory too full? I didn't win them yet. I'm gonna need to free up a little bit more space than that, though. Probably go ahead and get rid of these superior healing potions. Or can I just combine them? Nope. So that's a lot to just be getting rid of. I'm gonna get rid of this. And get rid of this. This. That should be all I need to pick up drops from here.
I need to target something first. That spit isn't ready.
Is this like a back entrance? Oh, I remember they were gonna have that be an Noxramas entrance. I remember that now. Yeah. Here we go. This is what I like to see. I'd almost bet it I can get the rest off of the auction house at this point. There he is. He's resisting a lot. Oh, what do we drop? I'll take that. Don't need that. And I don't need that. No mount, though. It's unfortunate. But I got him. Did I get the wand, though? That's the real question. Yep. So, I think I can just teleport back here and then go turn in this one. And I'm probably gonna have to do this dungeon again, but that's okay. Like I said, I want the mount. And the drops aren't half bad.
I'm listening.
That was a really good wand, though. I had that wand forever. That was really good. Mad respect.
The shadow.
I am forsaken. Trust.
Party member at basically any time, aside from extremely brief cooldowns
Hey, Daryl Jackson, how's it going?
or moments when your character is knocked down or stunned in some way. Most characters have a melee weapon, a bow, or a magical caster of some sort. But while the basic weaponry is certainly useful, combat is dominated by using elemental abilities and combos. The elements are wind, fire, ice, electricity, water, and geo. Each character only has one core elemental trait, so it's important to build a party with different but complementary elements. A good example is pairing ice and electrical attacks for a massive damage boost. I love this part of Genshin Impact's combat. It's incredibly satisfying to use these abilities and perform combos that deal a lot of damage.
Oh, I'm going pretty good. I just finished doing Strathome in its entirety. I didn't get the mount, but I'm probably gonna go back for another round instead of doing Skullomance. I might actually not even do Skullomance at all. I might just go right to the Molten Core or Onyxia's Lair. But yeah, other than that, I'm pretty damn close to 60. In fact, I think I can probably kick out my group. Gotta turn in a few quests. Active Agent. Actually, that's the only one I need to turn in. All the other ones are... I should have went to the auction house while I was at Undercity. Oh well. I'll just set this to my home. I'm probably gonna want to do that anyway, and then I'll just teleport back and forth. Not a big deal.
Damage. That being said, the combat in Genshin Impact starts to become incredibly tedious and grindy the more you play the game. There are a few major reasons for this. First,
That's the reason I don't like hack and slashers, like MMO hack and slashers. Like, this is one of the reasons why I stopped liking Vindictus back in the day, just because you're just sitting there spamming buttons. I mean, it's basically Devil May Cry or God of War, but an MMO.
First off,
And it's funny because I remember when WoW came out and Guild Wars came out, and I'm like, why don't they just make an MMO with real-time combat? And then they did it, and I'm like, well, here I am going through a whole bunch of fucking hardware because I'm mashing all my buttons. So, careful what you wish for.
there isn't a whole lot of enemy variety. If you thought Elden Ring's reskinned bosses were bad, wait until you play this game. There are only a small handful of enemy types: hilichurls, slimes, treasure hunters, and a handful of different
I'd almost rather play Dragon Quest than this game. Where's my, oh, there he is.
Good day to you.
Yeah.
Off and away.
That is definitely something I want. You know, I forgot to use my cannonball thing this whole time. Whatever. Okay, so I need to make this my end.
Step on up. See you later.
Now I need to go back to the Undercity. Hmm. I missed my turn. Yes, I did. I need to go to the auctioneer anyway. Can't forget while I'm here. Okay, bone. Nothing. Core. Nothing. What else do I need? Core fragments, crypt fiend parts. Crypt. Are these soulbound? No, you're just gay. Okay. Wait, how's that spelled? Am I just spelling it wrong? No, I'm spelling it right. Well. Well. That's nice. It's nice that you can do that. Live this late? Yeah, I know. I'm actually about to get off here. I just got done doing a dungeon. I don't think there's anything else I can do right now that wouldn't be incredibly time consuming. Because I'm probably just going to do the same dungeon again tomorrow. So I can maybe get the mount and then get the bone fragments and shit that I need. But whatever. That and, oh, actually the reason I'm getting off right now is because I have to be up at like 5 in the morning. Because I gotta drive up to, someplace that's about an hour and a half drive away for training on a certain vehicle for work. The hell are you talking about, Gloomhaven or Gloomhaven? Are you talking about the Steam one? Gloomhaven. Always Gloomhaven. Yeah, you'd be better off, like, if you have somebody to play it with, even actually, which is 2 people, Gloomhaven's pretty fun. But, like I said, I think I told you, you need to have, like, a table that's dedicated to it. That's just gonna be your Gloomhaven table, and there's gonna be like a section in your house, and that's just a Gloomhaven section, and it's probably never gonna get put away because it's one of those games that you could play for a very long time. I'm gonna test out my cannonball real quick, see how much damage it does. There's like no enemies around here. Ooh, there's a 58 paladin. Let's see what happens. Fuck him up.
Got steel recharge in.
Okay, he's immune. Can't do shit while he's immune. Is he still immune? No. You don't have any mana. What are you doing? Get fucked. It's actually the first paladin I've been able to kill on this character. Apparently his shit was on cooldown or something.
Got steel recharge in.
Alright, have a good night, man. Oh, 10 silver.
I can't cast that yet.
I think when I do Strathome again, I'm just going to go in there with just level 60s in my party. Fucking rip it a new asshole. Oh, he's back. Except I have friends now.
Got steel recharge in. I can't drink anymore yet. I can't drink anymore yet. I can't drink anymore yet.
I didn't mean to do that. Whatever, I blame the bot not fucking doing anything over here. Anywhore. Oh, let me get my body.
I can't cast that yet.
I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm not gonna get credit for this kill. And this guy's back again. Wow, okay.
That spell isn't ready yet.
How many honorable kills have I had so far? 402, and I'm still first sergeant. I don't understand how that works. Maybe I have to kill so many in a day? I don't know. Anyway. Saving for real this time. Getting off for real this time. Thanks for everybody for stopping by. Tomorrow I'm gonna do another Stratholme run on Dead Side. Gonna try to get them out, and I'm probably just gonna keep running it over and over again until I hit 60. And then once I hit 60, it's raid time. Toodles.